The Battle of Los Angeles. The aircraft which caused the blackout in the Los Angeles area for several hours this AM have not been identified. Note that there is not a single description of the object, even though it was clearly locked in the focus of dozens of searchlights for well over half an hour and seen by hundreds of thousands of people. The spectacular anti-aircraft barrage came after the 14th Interceptor Command ordered the blackout, when strange craft were reported over the coastline. Powerful searchlights from countless stations stabbed the sky with brilliant probing fingers, while anti-aircraft batteries dotted the heavens with beautiful, if sinister, orange bursts of shrapnel. The city was blacked out from 2:25 to 7:21 a.m. after an earlier yellow alert at 7:18 p.m. was called off at 10:23 p.m. The blackout was in effect from here to the Mexican border and inland to the San Joaquin Valley. No bombs were dropped and no airplanes shot down and, miraculously in terms of the tons of missiles hurled aloft, only 2 persons were reported wounded by falling shell fragments. The blackout was not without its casualties, however. A state guardsman died of a heart attack while driving an ammunition truck. Heart failure also accounted for the death of an air raid warden on duty. A woman was killed in a car-truck collision in Arcadia, and a Long Beach policeman was killed in a traffic crash en route to duty. Much of the firing appeared to come from the vicinity of aircraft plants along the coastal area of Santa Monica, Inglewood, Southwest Los Angeles, and Long Beach. On Wednesday, February 25, 1942, at precisely 2 a.m., diners at the trendy Trocadero Club in Hollywood were startled when the lights winked out and air raid sirens began to sound throughout greater Los Angeles. Searchlights scanned the skies and anti-aircraft guns protecting the vital aircraft and shipbuilding factories went into action. In the next few hours they would fire over 1,400 shells at an unidentified, slow-moving object in the sky over Los Angeles that looked like a blimp or a balloon. There were sirens, searchlights, even anti-aircraft guns blamming away into the skies over Los Angeles. What a scene! It was after 3 in the morning. Searchlights probed the western sky. Tracers streamed upward. The racket was terrific. Shooting at the aerial intruders were gunners of the 65th Coast Artillery Anti-Aircraft Regiment in Inglewood and the 205th Anti-Aircraft Regiment based in Santa Monica. The white cigar-shaped object took several direct hits, but continued on its eastward flight. Up to 25 silvery UFOs were also seen by observers on the ground. Editor Peter Jenkins of the Los Angeles Herald-Examiner reported, "I could clearly see the V formation of about 25 silvery planes, overhead moving slowly across the sky toward Long Beach." Long Beach Police Chief J.H. McClellan said, "I watched what was described as the second wave of planes from atop the 7-story Long Beach City Hall. I did not see any planes, but the younger men with me said they could." An experienced Navy observer with powerful Carl Zeiss binoculars said he counted 9 planes in the con of the searchlight. He said they were silver in color. The UFO group passed along from one battery of searchlights to another, and under fire from the anti-aircraft guns, flew from the direction of Redondo Beach and Inglewood on the land side of Fort MacArthur, and continued towards Santa Ana and Huntington Beach. Anti-aircraft fire was so heavy we could not hear the motors of the planes. Reporter Bill Henry of the Los Angeles Times wrote, "I was far enough away to see an object without being able to identify it. I would be willing to bet what shekels I have that there were a number of direct hits scored on the object." At 2:21 a.m., Lieutenant General John L. DeWitt issued the ceasefire order, and the 20-minute Battle of Los Angeles was over. Observers said the object appeared to be 8,000 feet or higher. Firing, first heard at 3 a.m., ceased suddenly at 3:30 a.m., after the object disappeared south of Signal Hill, at the east edge of Long Beach. Anti-aircraft guns fired steadily for 2-minute periods, were silent for about 45 seconds, and continued that routine for nearly a half an hour. All of Southern California from the San Joaquin Valley to the Mexican border was blacked out. Los Angeles doused its lights first, at 2:25 a.m. San Diego, just 17 miles from the border, did not receive its lights out order until 3:05 a.m. When daylight and the all-clear signal came, Long Beach took on the appearance of a huge Easter egg hunt. Kiddies and even grown-ups scrambled through the streets and vacant lots, picking up and proudly comparing chunks of shrapnel fragments, as if they were the most prized possession they owned.